So today I want to talk about how do I get into a big four accounting firm, and I want to tell you about my working experience so far. Well, to start off, actually back then, uh, when I graduated from high school, actually I was taking a science major class, so it does not have any relevance to the major I took during my university, which was accounting and finance. Yeah, back then I was accepted at one of the best universities in Indonesia, Institut Teknologi Bandung, or we call it ITB. Uh, I was um, applied. I was applying for mechanical engineering at the time. Then, but at the same time, I also wanted to go overseas to pursue my bachelor degree. So yeah, and then just browsing the internet at a time and found out about SIM University, uh, which offers accounting and finance. That is one of their major, and at the time I also had to choose a partner university, and I chose University of London. Yeah, I actually only had a little basic of accounting back then, so it was a crazy journey for me to start from nothing while I was pursuing my accounting and finance major. So yeah, um, in my first year when I entered my university, um, I did not know about big four uh, companies. Well, actually now we know them as like consist of PwC, EY, Deloitte, and KPMG. However, because I play golf, I know the KPMG logo. Actually, at least I recognize it because every time I watch a professional golf tournament, there's one golfer, and he is Phil Mickelson. I believe he is sponsored by KPMG because he always wears a hat with KPMG logo on it. So when I saw the logo for the first time, it, I suddenly like recognize it, and people always started to like talk about Big Four, which essentially became my main objective when I graduated from my university. I want to get into one of the Big Four accounting firms. So that's my goal. That's my main objective, and I know it is not easy because first of all you have to compete with other applicants, and second of all, actually during the interview, I mean that's the actually people like to say like a final stage, perhaps in general. Yeah. I mean we I cannot say, I cannot say uh what the question will be because it depends on the interviewer what they want to know. Maybe yeah, in general they will ask about um yourself in general for the to break the ice at the first part of the interview. Now when we go into the middle part of the interview, now that's well actually they can throw you like uh various questions which I cannot tell you which one they will come up with. However, maybe when it comes to interview, uh my advice is just to be yourself, just be confident. I mean, it helps a lot. Sometimes when you're already in the interview, you tend, I mean, not only you, but also I also have the tendency to like uh, overthink about the outcome that actually, the worst outcome, which is uh, I'm not going to be accepted by this company or that company, and it's normal. So yeah, that's um, how I get into the Big Four company. When I applied in Singapore, I got accepted, but just because the uh, I believe due to the COVID-19, so the Minister of Manpower, or we call it MOM, issued a new regulation for employment pass for me, for example, like a foreigner, to have like they increased the minimum salary. So actually now the salary is equivalent for someone who already have uh experience, working experience. So it's like a middle level job or manager level job, something like that. But and I mean that's not something I can control, and correct me if I'm wrong. That's as far as I know about that. So yeah, right now I'm already back in my home country, Indonesia, and just got accepted also in one of the big four accounting firm. I mean, it's already like 1 month. Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to the working experience, well, at first they will, like some kind of um, orientation. That's, I think, in general, perhaps we know about that already. You can, like see other people. How's their experience in their first job, first day at the job. Maybe those who are already working there for several years might introduce you to the office, to the some of the work colleagues that you might be working with, and yeah, also undergo some training. I think that's normal because every company, I believe, like provides training for employees to hone their skills. So they in return, they are expected to bring value for the company. And yes, I'm still currently undergoing the training, which actually some of the materials actually, if you are already or currently taking assurance or auditing subjects or modules, you might later on come across some chapters that you might have learned or actually at least know. For example, like assertions, materiality, and then ethical code, ethical conduct. That's like self-interest, self-review, and then we have familiarity threat, advocacy threat, and intimidation threat. Yeah, that kind of theoretical. They will talk about it again, and of course we have to know our accounting regulation, because that would be the fundamental when we are uh, doing our task as an auditor. And that's my working experience so far. Also, it could be like an additional value if you can do some programming language, so not just Microsoft Excel. Okay, maybe you're good at Microsoft Excel. What I mean by good is that not only the basic formula of Microsoft Excel, but also the VBA, Visual Basic for Application, those macros. Yeah, because later on it will relate to programming, since nowadays, because I believe we live in digital era. So like it or not, we actually slowly like transform to using computer. I mean, if you look at the textbook, one of the chapters called CAAT, computer assisted audit technique. Yeah, so they already move towards that. So I mean, it's good that if you can have some programming language skills, uh, and actually, when it comes to programming language skills, what I mean is that more of a that you can apply in real life. So the so-called object-oriented programming like Java, Python. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, so that's how I get into my Big Four accounting firm and my working experience so far, to be honest. Um, and because I think we're close to the year end, um, I'm aware that perhaps I'm going to be busy later on because in general, like accounting year, the year end is very near, so that's the busy period for auditor. I mean, if once my lecturer shared that when everybody can celebrate their Christmas, meanwhile the auditor has to make sure that the financial statements really show the true and fair view. So in other words, they still have to work during the Christmas Eve, for example. Well, actually, I haven't experienced that, but that's what I heard most of the time from someone who already has a working experience in audit field. But yeah, you can find out that actually Google it or maybe watch other YouTube videos from someone that already has the audit working experience. But yeah, I think yeah, that's all what I want to share. Hope it's a valuable information for you. And if you really want to work in a Big Four accounting firm, yeah, I believe that it is possible. Anyway, you may also check out my other videos since I also upload uh, gaming videos, and mostly it's Genshin Impact gameplay video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it would have a lot. It would help a lot for my YouTube channel. And perhaps I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.